video blog time again. So it's February, and February at the bunker is build month. So encouraging people to come down, get stuff off the shelf, get it built, get it painted, read the rules, get the game out on the table, that kind of thing. So the first night out there, and yeah, we had a couple of guys doing a bit of hobby, getting stuff built, getting stuff painted. We had a couple of guys that were working on game ideas, like from scratch, little sort of concepts, and still, as always, a couple of people playing games as well. And I was sort of looking at some of the terrain that needs a bit of TLC. Got some stuff from reputable hardware store to sort of dress things up a wee bit, get a paint going, so there's an evening plan for working on that. And then I started thinking, because I'd set up a table recently for the guys playing 40k and kind of went a bit mad and got carried away building that. It was fun. But it struck me that whilst we have some really nice terrain, elements, there's a lack of kind of scatter stuff or window dressing things, big buildings that are just empty. And I know there's places that do all the furniture and that. We've got a few wee bits and pieces. And you maybe see behind me there's one of the battle systems fantasy sort of setup for the castle, dungeon, whatever you want it to be. And you get utterly spoilt when you've played with something like that. I've got a couple of sets of the fantasy and a couple of sets of the sci-fi and the post-apocalyptic town city centre thing. When you've got beds and wardrobes and tables, it sort of makes the space that the miniatures are moving through that little bit more realistic. Where can they go? What can they jump over? All that kind of thing. Works in well with a little bit of light RP when you're using figures too. So it got me thinking. I remembered I had this box of stuff. This isn't even all of it, I don't think. There's all manner of things in here. The stuff that you get in Mantic's Mars Attacks game. Couldn't think of the word. There's fences and post boxes and bits of wall and stuff like that there. We've got fantasy barrels. We've got Aegis defense lines. In here there's some City's workshop. There's sofas and armchairs. And then I'm pretty sure there's a whole pile of this sort of stuff from Sedition Wars, little crates and computer terminals and doors. I'm fairly sure there's a massive bag more of that. So, while I'm still working away, I was kind of cheating the other night when I was down because I was still working on the commission stuff. So I was doing hobby, I was building and painting, but it wasn't for me and it wasn't for the club. So I have set myself the sort of the February challenge to basically get through this stuff. And as I say, there's tons of stuff in here. Some of it's fairly straightforward. Not the cutters, though I was looking for those. But we've got those are City's workshop, fancy doors. What are they? Fantasy sci-fi. There's computer terminals and they're fancy doorways basically. I'd say there's tons of these doorways from Sedition Wars, little armchairs, Aegis lines, Mantic walls, barrels, drums, crates. There is post boxes and rubble piles and bins and things like that. There's an old Victorian lamp post. So yeah, it's a mixed bag because some of it is still basically terrain, while some of it does lend itself to window dress. Now I'm going to have a hunt. I'm pretty sure there's more of it. But the first objective is I'm going to work, as well as getting the ordinary stuff done, I'm going to work and try and get that done. Some of it I'm not sure about. I think the barrels and that I'll probably end up basing in little groups, because in ones or twos, and there's some really tiny crates, and I think in ones or twos they're just going to get lost, they'll get forgotten about, they'll get thrown away. Not saying they'll get nicked or something, but just when stuff's that tiny, it's easy to go, oh, I didn't see it, and the next thing you're rolling out a mat or you're lifting out an hour building and there it is. So an opportunity for some garish colours perhaps. Maybe a light paisley pattern on the sofa, I don't know. But that's kind of that. Yeah. So that's what I've set myself. I don't think I'd done a vlog last week because I just had too much to do. I was doing stuff. So yeah, there we go. I'm saying a lot of M's because my brain's already thinking how much of this can I start tonight. None of it. Gonna watch the new Cloverfield thing tonight instead. There you go. That kind of time and space is this one. So yeah, that's this week's thinking. So maybe next week I'll be able to show you some of that along with whatever else is knocking around the back of my head. There is a couple of proper vids to go up for you. There's no podcast nor a couple of sort of interview bits, but just again having a time. There's stuff to process on them. We're waiting on photographs coming in for one of them because one of them's an unboxing, and there was that much stuff that we just done the audio, and then we're going to overlay it with photographs, all the stuff, because it's just like mental, crazy, wow, far too much gear. It's that rising sun, so yeah, you know. There we have it. That's it. You know, you get enough more from me. Go away, do something meaningful with your life. Bye.